Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. And joining us right here today is Tom Buehrle. Tom, how are we doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, Kayden.
It's my pleasure. So let's get started by getting to know you a bit and how you got started in music. Tell us a little bit about you and your story.
I started singing from a young age, first, second grade. Always liked singing. I wasn't hanging out in the playground too much, just too much going on. And then I never quit singing. Growing up, I was always either when I was in the service, I was singing around airplanes or anytime a new song came out. And then 2008, I jumped into the realm of songwriting and did pretty well. As proved by my album that came out last year.
So, what advice would you give to someone that may want to get into the music industry?
Boy, ask a lot of questions. Seek out recording engineers or studios. Um, it's like the barber shop. If you hang around long enough, you'll get a haircut. But find a local recording studio and go in there, ask questions. If you've got any projects or anything, bring it with you or any ideas, and they can kind of help you noodle something out and maybe get you set on a song.
Now, if you had the opportunity to work with any artist, whether they're with us today or not, who would you choose and why would you choose them, Tom?
Uh, Boy, I'd have to say Reba McEntire. And it's not just because she's from Oklahoma and my dad's from Oklahoma, Muskogee, Oklahoma. She did a song, "Because of You," that probably had a huge. It probably had one of the hugest or the biggest uh, influences on me. And it wasn't. She didn't write it, but her and oh, I can't think of her name. She wrote it when she was 16. Uh, Reba did a duet with her. The song was "Because of You." Kelly Clarkson, that's
Hmm.
what it was. Kelly wrote it and she sang it, and then she did a duet with Reba McEntire. And I tell you what, if you listen to that song, it doesn't make your hair stand up. I think you're about half dead.
Hmm. It's a very powerful song.
Yeah, it really deals with domestic violence. Kind of that's what it hit close to home for me, just because I had been in that situation, very similar to something like that, trauma, violence, things like that. So it hit the same chord.
So let's talk about your song Closing Time. Tell people about the song and anything you want people to know about Closing Time.
This song, I literally wrote this song about 15 minutes in my head after the date was over and I was headed home. It's about those first dates. Blind date, you meet somebody, you wonder how it's going to go, and then you realize after the date's gone well for 12 hours, you've closed the bar from opening to closing, and you get cold feet. You don't know what to do. You want more time. You haven't really, ask her for a number, go for that first kiss. And for me, I couldn't. It'd been so long for me and stuff. She ended up leaning in toward me for the kiss, letting me off the hook. And a lot of guys out there I know, I've shared this song with, they've heard it and thought the same way. It's like, you're really connected. You've been there too. I'm like, oh, we all have. As guys, we're not all of us are suave fair.
Definitely, for sure. And Tom, if people want to learn more about what you're doing, where can they find you?
Send any correspondence through Burley System at yahoo.com. My last name, Buehrle system, one word, at yahoo.com. Or you can give me a call, 434-660-1420. Leave me a text where you heard about me or any kind of questions, and I'll get right back with you.
And where can people find you on social media? Do you have any Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X?
Yeah, good question. Tom Burley Music. You can find me under Tom Burley Music, Tom Buehrle, or toxiccountryrecords.com.
If you had one piece of advice to anybody that was listening right now, it could be about anything, what would you tell the world? Do you have a piece of advice or a message that you'd like to share?
Uh, Jeez, one piece of information, there's so much. Don't quit, don't stop. If singing or any kind of art form, if it brings within you a passion when you're doing it, that's hard to come by. Passion and talent. If you have those two, just the passion will get you so far. It's amazing. So if you're passionate about something, stick with it, no matter what it is.
So, what is one thing that people may not know about you that you might want to share with us today? Do you have like a fun fact or hidden talent or anything, Tom?
Yeah, when I was in a program, yeah, it's funny you ask. I used to do fishing lures, make fishing lures back
Ah,
in the
okay.
day when I was younger. But when I was down in a program down at the Battle Creek VA, I started making men and women's earrings for fairs and stuff like that. It's done well enough to I'm in two stores now, and it's actually paying for itself as far as the footprint or the rent that I have to pay for the space of the store I'm in. So yeah, it. I might have another store also. So yeah, that was kind of a new something I picked up. But other than that, I'm relatively shy till I get to know you. Um, I'm in my head a lot, way too much, but music has given me a way to get out of my head, or at least put what's in my head on paper and then to melody.
And lastly, Tom, is there anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention before we go today?
No, you've hit all the points really well, Caden. Thank you.
Awesome. And again, I would like to thank Tom Buehrle for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. We definitely appreciate your time and support, Tom, and hope to have you on the show again real soon. Thanks so much, Tom.
Okay, thank you very much, Caden.